In this tutorial, we'll walk through how to create obstacle limitation surfaces, OLS, and use a windrose to optimize flight paths in LYNEports. Let's get started by creating an OLS for a flight departing from the Blue Flight takeoff and landing pad in Tampa. First, we'll align our camera for accuracy. Go to the tool panel on the left, open the view options, and set top view mode to true. Then click North View to align the camera to the north. Next, open the Layers panel on the right and click the plus button to add an OLS layer. A panel will appear with controls to adjust: height, width, slope, color, rotation. Since it's best to define at least 2 OLS surfaces, I'll add a second one now, oriented in the opposite direction. I'll align both to the assumed FADO, the solid concrete area, and adjust the slope of each to 4.5% using the end edge height slider. Enable the dimensions view to visualize slope lines and geometry. Let's also change the color of the transitional surfaces to yellow for better visibility. Now that our OLS is placed and clear of obstacles, let's add a windrose to check prevailing wind directions for smarter orientation. Click Windrose from the top menu. Lower your camera to locate the nearest wind station. In this case, I found one at Tampa Clark's. Click the blue icon, and the windrose will appear on the map. Switch back to top north view. Select the OLS layer and rotate it to align with the dominant wind direction. You can also upload custom wind data. To do this, go to the Layers panel, click the plus button, and add a geometry and align the geometry to north. Visit the IEM site. Select your station. I chose Tampa NTL Airport. Then click Customize Windrose. Choose your data range. Click Submit. Then right-click to save the image. Back in LYNEports, select your geometry and click Choose Texture to upload the image. You can adjust the size, transparency, and elevation of the texture as needed. And that's it. In just a few steps, you've created an OLS and used a windrose to align it with real-world wind conditions, all within LYNEports. This workflow makes it easier to plan safe, certifiable flight paths with real environmental context.